Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'll be talking about my chronic prostatitis journey, how it started, symptoms, and now how I'm doing right now after 3 years, because 3 plus years I would say. So my chronic prostatitis journey started or my chronic prostatitis started in 2020, before COVID, or like it was the start of COVID. And I still remember I was very healthy at that time, really healthy at that time. I was boxing and I was going to the gym, and kind of a superhuman strength or something like that. So before chronic prostatitis, 1 or 2 times my blood pressure went quite up, and we were really confused about why this happened. But after like 3 years now, I can understand that why it happened. So I was sleeping, and I went to my sister's place and I was sleeping there, and all of a sudden around 5 in the morning I woke up, went to the washroom because I had this really bad shooting pain in my lower abdomen on the left side, and I went to the washroom, I peed, and then I came back. The pain was gone. uh, for tomorrow the same thing happened to me on the same time, and it was the same thing basically. Pain in my lower abdomen on the left side. I went to the washroom, I peed because I had this really bad habit, really bad habit of stopping urine, which is one of the major causes of chronic prostatitis. Now how? Because there is a backflow of urine when you're stopping urine to your kidneys and your prostate as well. In your prostatic ducts, it basically backflows. It shoots back. So when it's shooting back, maybe it can irritate the prostate. So, cutting the long story short, after like 2 weeks, I came back to my place and my own house, and I was sitting with my brother. We were talking about different things, and all of a sudden, I had this really bad pain in my left testicle. He rushed me to the hospital, and the doctors told us that this is not something big, it's basically an infection. At that time, they gave me Azomax and certain painkillers, I would say Brufen or something like that, but they were like, no such, no biggie. But after that, my health went quite down the hill, I would say. I had this really bad flank pain, and at renal scans, it was discovered that I also have a small kidney, and my eGFR was also coming really low because of infections and everything. So after like 2 months, now that's when the boom comes. That after two months, I was lying down in the bed. I wasn't feeling really great, and all of a sudden there was this pain at the tip of my penis, and I was like, "Oh my God, what that really is!" And slowly and gradually started increasing, and like 3 in the morning, I woke up my brother. I really love him, and I woke up my brother and I told him, "Please rush me to the hospital." We went to the hospital, and there the doctors told us that we can't find anything else. But I was telling them that I have this shooting, stabbing pain. Please do something about it. And I still remember, I had my X-ray report, a scan report basically, and I told my brother to give it to me. He gave it to me, that report. I covered my face with that report and I started crying like a baby. And that's when the story continues. The journey goes on. That uh, chronic prostatitis is basically a disease which really impacts your mental health. It impacts your mental health, it impacts you physically, because as a man, when you can't do like a lot of things like sex or masturbate or something like that. My chronic prostatitis, to be very honest with you, I never had sex with anyone, because I wasn't married at that time, and I never did something wrong. Yeah, there was one thing that I was masturbating quite a lot. That is also a reason of chronic prostatitis, which doctors doesn't discuss. The doctors will tell you that, hey, masturbate so the infection can go out, or the bacteria. They're bullshitting. It's not like that. You have to stop masturbating so that your prostate can rest for some time. So after like 3 years now, how I am managing chronic prostatitis by using different medications. I use different medications and different herbal things, which I'll be discussing in the future. But that is what my chronic prostatitis journey is. Right now, I have this pain and at the tip of my penis. sometimes I have this burning urethra. Some people also have pain in their anus, which is also a sign of chronic prostatitis. There's abacterial prostatitis, which I also have, and abacterial prostatitis, you can't find any bacteria, but there's inflammation in the prostate, and that inflammation can only be caught through DRE by a specialist, not by a simple doctor, by a specialist. So I had these prostate massages. I'm really grateful to a doctor, Dr. Sunit Sevenik, who helped me and he told me that you have to do this prostate massage. It really helped me at that time, and it still helps me. And then there are certain medications that you can take, because for chronic prostatitis, exactly, they don't have any medications, but they have different treatments for that. They have different kind of things that which they do for chronic prostatitis. So right now, I manage my chronic prostatitis through herbal medicines, through homeopathic medicines. I'm really grateful to homeopathic medicines, but you need to be very careful about your liver and kidneys as well. So you have to do LFTs and RFTs almost like once in a month, or like after 2 months, and then you have different supplementations for it as well. Supplements take a lot of time. It basically tries to fight that inflammation, and chronic prostatitis is basically disease of inflammation in the prostate. And let me tell you one thing, that prostate is the size of a walnut, and it is as hard as a walnut. That's why it's called the prostate, because it's quite hard like a walnut, and it takes a lot of time to penetrate. In the prostate, there are the medications can't penetrate in the prostate that much easily. So that is one of the major reasons with prostate, that the inflammation doesn't go away very easily. And that's how it started. The symptoms were shooting stabbing pain at the tip of my penis, urinary frequency, urinary urgency. I have to wake up in the morning, or like when I was sleeping during my sleep, and I have to go and use the washroom. And okay, so now we'll be talking about the foods. Red meat is a killer for chronic prostatitis. You eat red meat, you're going to get yourself doomed. And colas and anything that raises uric acid, and my next videos, because we have a lot of literature on it, I'll be talking about how uric acid basically plays a pivotal role in your chronic prostatitis, and how it can irritate your prostate, because it's a really, really big thing. It's a big research that's been going viral, and doctors are getting to the point that chronic prostatitis is not just about inflammation, it's also about that how it aggravates this inflammation, and uric acid is also a culprit.